Well, it's time right now to get those legal questions answered. If you haven't already, get your call in queue. The number 256-536-0077. 256-536-0077. We got William Maservi with our friends over at Timberlake, League and Brooks joining us. And also, by the way, you can use that same number to text us if you would prefer not to call. Either way, we're going to get to you. So right now, I do believe we already have a caller on the line. Heather. Right. Heather, are you there?
Yes.
Go ahead with your question.
I had used the squeegee at a local service station to clean my windshield, and when I flipped it over to clean the water off, it scraped my windshield and left 3 cuts in it. I just wanted to know if the service station is liable, at least to help with the deductible.
Well, they would be if it was, caused by their negligence. So if it's a hazard, which it is in this case, caused some property damage, the standard in Alabama is that you got to prove that they knew about it or should have known about it. And one of the best examples I can give people of this is, let's say you're in a grocery store and there's a banana peel on the floor, the classic cartoon example. And you walk by and you step on that banana peel and you slip and you fall and you get hurt. Is the grocery store responsible? Well, maybe is the answer. If it was a hazard they knew about or should have known about. So if that banana peel's black, bruised, you've got a pretty good idea that it's been on the floor for a minute and that, at the end of the day, they should have known about that because of the length of time it was on the floor. If it's bright yellow and looks like a ripe banana, you're going to have a harder time proving that case because they're going to say, hey, look, little Johnny just came through here and was ripping bananas down and one fell and we didn't have time to even know it existed yet. And so that's kind of what you run up against in that situation. I would certainly approach the grocery store and see, or the gas station rather, and see if they'd be willing to help you out with that. But at the end of the day, whether or not you could prove that they had ample notice would be maybe difficult.
And I was going to ask too, there's always the possibility that somebody else complained to them directly and maybe they've already replaced the damaged one. So I would think that would make it harder to prove too, if now the old one that was damaged is gone.
Yeah, and that happens a lot of times. The hazard will be quickly remedied by the business owner or landowner, and then you don't have the picture or the photograph or the proof. And, that makes sense. You're not necessarily concerned about that, right, when you get injured or you experience some property damage, but it's important to take those photographs and document and have that evidence. And, and if it's something you wanted to pursue, you could pursue something like that in small claims court because the threshold is below $6,000.
And I believe we have another caller on the line. Again, can you tell me who we're talking to? Hi, Melba. Are you there?
Yes.
Go ahead with your question.
I have, back in April, had hail and wind damage to my roof. And I've had 5 different ones to come and check it and said that I needed a new roof. And I had, when all the hail came, I put it on my phone and I've got it, all of it showing how much hail we had outside. And when the insurance company sent the man to look at it, the first time he was not interested in seeing that. He wouldn't even look at it. And went up on the roof and said that, I had some damage. But anyway, I've had 5 different ones. And the last one that came last week. Now, I've been dealing with this for 3 months. And I still haven't got anything done. And I wondered what you would suggest. They're saying now that they will send somebody again to look at it. But, like I say, I've been dealing with it for 3 months.
I would try to have the roofer there when that's recommending that you need a new roof, when that adjuster shows up to the house, and let them discuss together and let the roofer show the adjuster what it is that needs to be replaced and why. Insurance companies, after these events, all these people claim they need new roofs, and for a lot of those people, that's true. You also have aggressive, sometimes, roofers, these national companies that go through and say that everybody needs a new roof. And so I'd encourage you to work with a local reputable company. And, you know, anyone worth their salt would be willing to meet you out there with the adjuster and go through that together. But they're technically, you know, breach of contract claims if you have to pursue it. You know, talk to a lawyer if you still have the denial after the adjuster comes out this time.
And roofing companies, we've done stories here just recently. Roofing companies are clamping down on what they will and won't cover and what percentages, depending on the age of a roof, they will cover, because of so many people claiming they need a new roof through those companies you're talking about, the national companies coming in their neighborhoods.
That's right, and sometimes just a portion of the roof needs to be replaced, but there's no way for the roofer to do it without damaging the other shingles.
Exactly.
Which, you know, necessitates a total roof replacement. So it's a challenging issue that a lot of people are going through right now. But feel free to give us a call at the office if you have more questions.
Talk about your blog.
You can read more about the law on our blog. It's at law-injury.com. And we put out articles monthly about relevant legal topics and just, you know, public surface information for the public.
And William, we thank you as always for stopping by. And if you didn't get your questions answered today, call us next Monday or every Sunday night right here on WAAY 31 for Law Call. We'll be right back.